So I think I'm on a roll with the poetry. This is your evening recital, and it's a little duet of poems. And the first one is actually the extraordinary Rumi, the 12th century Persian mystic poet, who inspired me to write a poem kind of drawing from his poem into my own language. So they very are much like a diptych, and in fact I set my version of the Rumi poem to music, which I've never heard, sadly, because it was for a competition and I didn't win the competition, so the music sits and waits. But the words of the Rumi were very touching, inspiring, stunning, and I allowed myself to go along with that in my own way. So I'll read the Rumi first, and then I'll read my extrapolation. It's called I Was Going to Tell You My Story. I was going to tell you my story, but waves of pain drowned my voice. I tried to utter a word, but my thoughts became fragile and shattered like glass. Even the largest ship can capsize in the stormy sea of love, let alone my feeble boat, which shattered to pieces, leaving me nothing but a strip of wood to hold on to. Small and helpless, rising to heaven on one wave of love and falling with the next, I don't even know if I am or I am not. When I think I am, I find myself worthless. When I think I am not, I find my value. Like my thoughts, I die and rise again each day, so how can I doubt the resurrection? Tired of hunting for love in this world, at last I surrender in the valley of love and become free. So that's the Rumi poem, and of course that's a translation, so yeah, it's a translation. So this is again called I Was Going to Tell You My Story, but it's my poem. I was going to tell you my story, but it suddenly seemed unimportant. It seemed impossible to tell. Milestones merged in fragments of memory. Truth waved this and that way. Blackouts, whiteouts, highlighted no shadows for the free voice to play. I wanted to tell you my story in a single outbreath or a heartbeat drum in a listening space where kindness lived, but I didn't know who'd hear it or how the story would come. The storyline of everything, I leave it be. I cannot place right value on this many threads, cannot see the fabric or the way it spreads, cannot blend both sight and shade, or know which graces to parade. There is no new lesson, no morality tale. I allow myself to fail. I was going to tell you my story, but I touched my face with my hand, took a single in-breath, and said, I don't have to. Yet. I hope you understand. And it feels like I wanted to say, and I hope we understand. I don't know why I felt like saying that this time. Anyway, have a good evening. Namaste.